My name is Omobolanle. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm co-founder of Beyond Fashion House. I'm in charge of the women garments and I'm the head of the fashion instruction. I'm a Yali alumni and I'm also a graduate from Obafemi Awolowo University where I studied demography and social statistics. I'm passionate about women and issues that affect women and youth, especially when it has to do with poverty, empowerment, employment, and health issues. I'm also the program officer for the Shade of Women Foundation. The Shade of Women Foundation is an NGO that gives holistic support to women in violent situations, especially domestic violence situations. My journey into fashion started back in the university. I've always loved anything that has to do with fashion. I've always loved fashion, and then I'm always getting disappointed by tailors, so I decided to learn how to sew my own clothes. And after which my friends always asked me to sew for them, so I started sewing for my roommates, my friends, and my classmates. That is how my journey started. But for a very long time, I see fashion as a hobby rather than a career. I see it as a temporary income. And then after my contract finished with Society for Family Health in Abuja, I concentrated on fashion while I was seeking for other employment. In the process, I found out that I could actually empower people. Since I'm passionate about poverty, I could actually empower people and I could create jobs from fashion. So rather than seeking for a job, I stopped seeking for a job and I concentrated on building my fashion career. I started my fashion journey in the university, like I said. That was like 2007 or 2008. But during my NYSC, I went to a fashion school, which is 2012. I went to a standard fashion school in Abuja. And then, like I said, I fully started formally operating as a fashion designer and as a fashion instructor 2016 March. I decided to turn fashion into a career because I found that I could actually empower people, and that's how the fashion business started. I've always been in the NGO world. I've worked with Town Parental Federation of Nigeria, I've worked with Society for Family Health, I've worked with Federal Ministry of Education, HIV and AIDS units. And during those years, I realized that I could actually make impact, and which is why I started this fashion, to make impact and to influence people. And then in the journey, I've been able to empower over 12 women and over 20 children. By children, I mean kids between the age of 8 and 16. And then I've also been able to partner with Oyo State government to empower Oyo State secondary school students during long vacation, which is summer vacation. So I've done 2 cohorts of the training with them. Number 1 challenge is finding a loyal staff. Everybody wants to run their business, everybody wants to have their own big shop and all that. So getting a constant and loyal staff is one of my greatest challenge. Then the number 2 challenge is getting a large space in a very accessible place at an affordable price. Then funding for expansion. Those are the 3 major challenges I face right now. Then the stiff competition in the fashion industry. Number 1 is electricity. Electricity has a way of frustrating us, and then adding to our cost of production, which really makes it really difficult for me personally to go into ready to wear, because the cost of production is even higher than the selling price of foreign wares, so it makes it really difficult to go into ready to wear. And then even the couture that we do, it makes it kind of expensive, but we're managing somehow. And then the number two, the cost of fabric. We don't produce fabrics in Africa, and definitely not in Nigeria. Even the so-called African prints are usually not made in Nigeria. So the costs of production, shipping, and bringing them in makes our job, our product expensive, and makes our job much more difficult also. The third challenge that I see that we have is the usage of online for customers, because most people in Africa don't know how to take their measurements, so it becomes really difficult for us to get them the actual and accurate design that they want. We get a design, but then the measurements become an issue because they don't know how to measure they don't know how to take their measurements. Those are the three major problems that I see fashion designers generally have in Africa. Like I said, one of the challenges that I have personally is fund. I'm trying to set up a standard. By standard, I mean world-class standard fashion school. And then to do this, it requires a huge capital. It requires equipment that we don't have mostly in Africa. It requires a lot of adverts, it requires a lot of marketing and all, which are capital intensive. So that's the next thing. But then I'm taking it step by step. I'm getting the equipment little by little. So with time, in the next 5 years, I see Omobolanle Fashion Institute as one of the best fashion school, not only in Nigeria but in Africa, and we'll be able to compete with our fashion schools across the globe. That's the next thing. I'm passionate about so many things. First of all, like I said, I'm an advocate for SDG, that is Sustainable Development Goals. I'm an advocate of that. I'm an advocate of women inclusion in policy making and politics. I'm actually a politician. Okay, so I'm not just going to advocate for people, for women to get involved in something that I don't do myself. So I'm a member of Alliance for New Nigeria, that is ANN, a political party. I'm even the Secretary General for the Southwest Local Government. And I'm also a part of the committee, fundraising committee at the state level. So I want as many women as possible to get involved in politics and policies, because men cannot make all the policies that affects us. They don't understand us like we understand ourselves. The same way we can't make policies for men, the way men will make policies that affect them directly better. So, and apart from that, I advocate for educated youth involvement in vocational skills, because most people see vocational skill as a field for the dumb, the unemployed, the poor, the uneducated, and these are the reasons why we keep having rising youth unemployment. So I advocate for this. I go to secondary schools and I go to higher institutions to advocate for this. Let them think of something. For example, I read demography and statistics. I've been working with NGOs, and I never knew I could impact so much with fashion like I am doing right now. So I'm sure as many youth out there, especially the educated one, will be able to do better and will be able to impact more, and collectively we could reduce the high rate of unemployment in Nigeria. That's generally me. I'm just passionate about anything that affects women, anything that affects their health, anything that affects their finance. That's who I am. That's what I'm passionate about. I met her at the pre-conference 2017. She was one of the speakers and then everybody has been speaking, I've been motivated. But then she came and she was talking about fashion, how she has been helping people, how she has been encouraging youth and to be involved in fashion. Then at a point she said she's already into ready to wear, and I'm like, wow, how is she doing that in Nigeria with already high cost of production and all that? So after her speech, I walked up to her and I told her that I would like to be her friend, I would like her to be my mentor, I would like to know her better. And she has been doing a great job. She has been, in fact, one of the reasons why I joined Alliance for New Nigeria is because of her Smith. I've always been thinking, I wanted to join APC actually before she came and told me that we should run for the New Nigeria, and which is why I'm a member of Alliance for New Nigeria. So she has impacted me in a very positive way, and I'm glad I met her. I'm glad she's my mentor. I'm sure we'll keep growing, and we'll keep doing better. Our Instagram handle is Opinion Clothing. Our Facebook is Opinion Clothing, and the Twitter is at Opinion1. We have email address, and which is opinionc@gmail.com. So anybody can reach us through any of those numbers. And then we have a WhatsApp number that can be reached at any time, which is 080-350-68092. You can reach at any time for training and for exclusive design.